it's kind of cold again. And it snowed this morning, like I mentioned. And it was just so much harder for me to leave the house knowing that it's cold. It's like my face is cold, my hands are cold. I'm cold to the core. And it's just uncomfortable. But I did a lot of, productive things inside. Yesterday I was editing some of this footage. Did a little of that today. Actually, I meant to upload a video. I was supposed to do that before I left. Big laundry day. Anyways, you know what I don't get? I don't understand money. Like, I do. There's like the basic necessity for society to have some system of currency so we don't have to barter. It makes sense to put like real value, maybe not real, consistent value, universal value, some type of value that can just be, used. I'm not explaining this well. I understand that money is the evolution of bartering. That checks out. In a society, you cannot do everything. You can't be the farmer, the electrician, the people on TV, the truck drivers, the plumbers, the people making infrastructure, the doctors. You can't do it all. And it totally makes sense that we would specialize and then be compensated so that we can, participate in life and participate in society. A little bit of both. Because I've realized I'm a social creature. Despite being introverted, I do like socializing. But like on a more basic level, I just enjoy freedom. Like introversion, being introverted is kind of like a choosing beggar. Or I should say, being introverted and depressed. Or being introverted and wanting to socialize is like a choosing beggar. It's like I don't provide many opportunities to myself to socialize. But also, it's like I'm not... It's fucking cold, man. It's just... it's such a pain. It is pain. Here's the other thing. The thing I was actually thinking about when I was on my little walk over here. Because not only is it cold, it's like that's okay. It's nice that the sun's out. That's warm. But I was getting hit with some nasty wind. And that shit, wind in conjunction with cold is possibly the most miserable thing out there. Cold wind is just disgusting. It's so gross. You know, like people, they say, well, it's not so bad, but the wind will get you. You know, like that's what they say. Oh, it's not too bad out there, but it's windy. But that wind chill, and it's like, it's such an overused statement that it's kind of meaningless at this point. Oh yeah, but the wind, okay, got it. But also, it's kind of like an objective truth. It's like, it really is the wind that sucks the fun out of everything. When it's cold, specifically. Because I think when it's hot and you got a cool wind, that's pleasant. When it's hot and you got a hot wind, that's not great. Hot and hot wind is kind of hell. It's a different hell, though. It's like a beat down versus someone tearing your skin off slowly. What was I saying? Wind, yeah. In Oklahoma, that's what I remembered. Like, winter was fine. It was probably around this temperature. Probably warmer, even. It's like just below 40. And, I mean, maybe in the dead of winter, it would get this cold. But it was so fucking windy. Like, even just walking between my classes, one in the main building, one in the science building, or the art building, it was heinous. Especially because it was, like, there's a wind tunnel. So the wind was just forced through this alleyway, and that was kind of unbelievable. Straight through your clothes. But, like, if you had a windbreaker, not so bad. I was also thinking that, like, that statement, except for the wind. That's what they say, right? Except for the wind. Kind of incredible optimism. Just unrelenting optimism. It's like finding a bright side by highlighting the worst. It's like, it's freezing outside, granted. Hey, but, you know, freezing cold, not as bad if you think about it. Because the wind is the real terrible thing. Oh man, let me tell you. But, kind of right. Because sitting here where it's not so windy, it's not the worst thing. I'm uncomfortable. But even just that slight wind, it's assaulting my senses. And like, I think it's hard to be present when in my present moment I feel just pain. Like the world is subjecting me to pain while I'm trying to experience the present. And that's not cool. Although granted, this type of chill is kind of how I felt in California at night when it got down into the mid-50s. So it's like 20 degrees colder, but a similar chilling experience. So it's like you can get used to pain. Your body, it becomes resilient. It acclimates. Like individually, we're constantly evolving. And growing and changing. But like ideally, 10 years from now, I'm gonna be so much of a better person. I should be. I should be a stronger, more resilient, smarter, kinder, brighter person. Because right now I'm kind of at the tail end of adolescence. And I'm cusping as a young adult. It's like I've been a young adult. I've been an adult for nearly 6 years now. But it hasn't been like real adulthood. And so like in the past 8 months, I've been trying to identify how to be an adult. Well, at the same time, feeling like I should have already been one. And so I was giving myself a really, really hard time while doing nothing. It was like the worst of both worlds, feeling the pressure of adulthood while doing nothing to solve the issues, and then feeling the anxiety of procrastination while not actually having something I'm procrastinating on. I was just like not, I was in nowhere. Just limbo. And a lot of the winter felt like that. But you know what was kind of nice? The karaoke nights. Something I never thought I would do. I haven't sung in public. I mean, other than a couple times in improv. Which, you know, it wasn't like real singing. But since like middle school choir, 6th grade choir, maybe some backup vocals in the band, like in 9th grade. It's been years though. And I didn't see that happening. Me being someone who would go to karaoke. And yet someone said, let's socialize. And of course I obliged. And it turned out to be really great. Very fun time. And, you know, it's just pushing myself out of my comfort zone. Socializing when I don't want to. Allowing myself to be present in the moment. And it was nice to have a semi-regular event that reminded me that time was passing. And that, winter would end. Because, I'll tell you, living day to day, it doesn't feel like that'll ever happen. But I suppose that in the near future, winter shall end. And when it does, I am going to be a revived Pablo. A better Pablo than the one that entered winter. One who feels like they're back in the driver's seat. Because, if I can get through a Minnesota winter after living in California, then I don't think there's really anything that can stop me. Except for myself. That's always true. Oh my god. I think sitting on this log made my butt go numb. What the hell? What the hell? Alright, whatever. What the hell? So I'm back. And I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow. Because I'm sure I'll have some shit to say. I'm sure.